Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Tech Tuesday on the Educational AD Podcast. We'll be right back with this week's tech guests, but as always, we're going to give a shout out to our sponsors. Now, these are all companies that I used, every single one of them, as an athletic director. They're all great companies. You should be using them too. So take 3 minutes, listen to our shout outs, then listen to our Tech Tuesday guest, and then go and visit these sponsors. I'm telling you, you're going to be glad you did. Here we go. We want to say thanks to Hometown. They're changing the game for schools and organizations with their solutions that include digital ticketing, athletic website construction, how about fee-free fundraising, and a whole lot more. Whether you're an AD or principal, Hometown is going to help you save time, raise more money, and bring your community together. Go to hometown.com and don't forget to mention the podcast. We also want to say thanks to Vital Signs. If you're looking for a really cool way to display your school record board or your school's Hall of Fame, go to their website and check out their interactive touch screen. That's right, touchscreen video consoles. You put one of their units in your gym lobby or your main school hallway, it's going to be a magnet for kids, for coaches. How about sponsors? Go to vitalsignswalloffame.com. We want to thank Ohio University and their online masters in athletic administration. My assistant athletic director, along with thousands of others, have gotten their master's through the Ohio program. And while they earned their degree, they also completed 11 NIAAA leadership training courses at no extra charge. Check out Ohio University's online masters in athletic administration. We also want to say thanks to Athletic Surveys. If you're not using a survey to take the pulse of your coaches, your student athletes, or your parents, you're really missing out. Go to athleticsurveys.com. They're going to create a custom survey that lets you connect not just with the squeaky wheels, but with the 98% that supports your program. Having that data is incredibly valuable. Go to athleticsurveys.com. And as always, don't forget to mention the podcast. We want to say thanks to Gipper for their support. Your school is doing some great work and people need to know about it. Go to Gipper.com and let their team help you become a social media marketing guru. Gipper provides easy to use tools that help you tell your story, engage your audience, and grow your brand. Go to Gipper.com to see the full package. We also want to say thanks to Snap Raise. Have you ever spent weeks and weeks with a fundraiser and been disappointed in the results? Well, those days are gone. Go to snapraise.com and take a look at all their great platforms. But their fundraising platform is really impressive. You got to see it to believe it. We used it at our school with tremendous success, and so will you. Go to snapraise.com for more information. And we want to say thanks to Huddle. As a football coach, I used Huddle for years. As an athletic director, I made sure our school was a Huddle school. And our coaches, all of our coaches, our student athletes, even our parents, just love the tools that Huddle provided. Join the 8 million users. Go to huddle.com and turn your school into a Huddle school. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to another segment of Tech Tuesday on the Educational AD Podcast. We've got some old friends with us today. I'm going to start with Brandon Standridge. Regular listeners of the podcast should recognize that name. Brandon was on maybe about a year ago, had his full interview. If you missed that, go back and take a listen. He's also been on subsequently on some different segments. He's a longtime athletic director in the state of Oregon. His school just earned the prestigious Quality Program Award through the NIAAA. And today, July 30th, he's starting a brand new adventure at North Bend High School, which is on the Oregon coast. He's also a CMAA. Want to make sure I get that in there. Brandon, welcome back to the podcast.
Jake, thanks for having me. It's always great to be on here.
Oh, well, thank you. We'd love to hear from you. Our other guest is also an old friend, Jason Lamb. Jason is with one of our great sponsors, Sideline Interactive. You heard me talk about how we use Sideline Interactive, our indoor score table at the McClay School, how they're still using it there after I'm long retired. And Jason's going to tell us a lot more about Sideline Interactive. Jason, welcome to the Educational AD Podcast.
Thanks, Jake. It's a pleasure being here.
Well, you and I have talked many times before, usually at conferences and trade shows, but share with our listeners, Jason, a little bit about your background. As I like to say, tell us your life story in 90 seconds, and then we'll let you talk a little bit more about Sideline Interactive.
Well, Jake, my journey in athletics began after I graduated from the University of Alabama in 1994. I was fortunate enough to um, have a job with the football team at Alabama in their video department as their assistant in that department, and was with them for 3 years. And then had the pleasure of being on the staff as the head video coordinator at Ole Miss. I was hired by Tommy Toadville while he was the coach there, and then he left to go to Auburn, and I stayed when he went there, and Coach David Cutcliffe took over. Kind of my claim to fame at Ole Miss was I was there during the Eli Manning years, so I like to throw that name out every once in a while. So after leaving Ole Miss, I got into the corporate world in sales, working for a company called CoachCom that's very well known in the high school market as they do the headsets the football coaches wear, during games. That's kind of what they're known for. And I was with them for about 12 years, and then about 11 years ago, had the opportunity to come and be the vice president for Sideline Interactive, and been with them since 2014. And so, the last 30 years being involved in athletics, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of transition in all the different aspects that I've been a part of, and it's just been exciting, and really love my time here with Sideline.
Oh, wow. What a great, I had no idea about your history. So Eli, all his success, he owes it to you for those video clips and everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did some highlights for him to, send to the NFL, and so maybe I'm the reason he got the number one overall pick. I doubt it, but I can at least tell people
No,
that.
number one pick, two-time Super Bowl winner. Yeah, way to go. Also, great coaching pedigree that you were involved with. Tommy Tuberville, David Cutcliffe. Very cool. Brandon, let's give our listeners a refresher about your background. Again, you've been on the podcast before, but share a little bit so they can get to know you if they're a new listener.
Yeah, I was just starting today my 22nd year in education. I spent 11 years as a social studies teacher and coached basketball, baseball, softball during that time. Starting my 11th year as an AD. So I've been at three different schools. A school about 200, a school about 350, and then now a school about 650. So kind of a small school guy all my life. Grew up in a small town, and so just a special affinity for small town life and small town people, and just really excited to start this year at North Bend and a new adventure for me.
Oh, I know just what you mean. I've bounced around, big public school, did some college coaching, private, smaller schools. And I think that's where I found my niche was that smaller private school. Just, it was a better fit for me and ended up spending 20 plus years at private schools. Um, Jason, the listeners, our regular listeners, they hear me talk, every episode, 5 times a week, twice every episode about my experience briefly with Sideline Interactive. And it's just, I can't recommend the program or the platform highly enough. We used it for games, we used it for signing ceremonies, etc. But share a little bit about the products, I guess, that Sideline Interactive offers. We're going to have Brandon share how he used it at Cresswell, how he's going to use it now at North Bend. But share a little bit about the product catalog and maybe what makes Sideline stick out compared to maybe some of the other similar products. Athletic directors have a lot of choice in choosing. Why should they choose Sideline?
Yeah, this industry has really grown over the last several years, and like I said earlier, I've been a part of this transformation, especially on the high school level, where a lot of teams 10, 12 years ago just had maybe a basic table with just a sign in the front, or maybe a fold-out table with a tablecloth over it. That was pretty much a high school scores table, and Sideline was kind of that on the cutting edge of being able to offer the high school market something to where they could start making some revenue, making some money with their table, doing some things for their players like you did with starting lineups and signing days. And that started just a little over a decade ago. And it's really grown. Our niche is, and what we've grown our company on is that scores table, just like you've had. The digital tables with the TV monitors in, it's kind of where we started, and we've grown into the LED tables now, to where we basically moved away from those TV tables, the one that you had at the play school, and just now offering the LED tables, which are much brighter, much clearer. The cost of those tables have come down so dramatically over the last several years that now schools who couldn't afford those tables just a few years ago now are preferring those over, the digital table. And so that's really where we have kind of cornered the market on it, as far as that goes, and offer a great deal, a great price, wonderful software, tech support. That's kind of been our strength. One of the big things with our tables that we like to show, and you've seen us, Jake, it shows standing up on the tables, taking a basketball and throwing it into the front of the table, because an AD coach, one of the first things they want to know is this table going to last? Is this, this is not a 1 or 2 year investment. This is a 10, 12, 15-year investment. And how is this table going to be able to withstand, what a player running into it, or a basketball or volleyball hitting it, or just moving it in and out of the gym? Is it going to last? So, I have no problem. I'm a pretty big guy, as you know, Jake. I'll get up on top of that table and walk around on it at shows, and like I said, throw that ball in front of hit the front of the table, and let those ADs see that our table is really well built. I think that's where we kind of stand apart, is the durability of our table. Hopefully Brandon's going to be able to speak to that. We don't want to give you something that's not going to last long. We want to give you something that's going to last for many, many years. We have really good software. We have really good, tech support, where if there is an issue, you can call Jake. I think you can speak to that as well. It never fails that everything is going good until 5 minutes before the game, and, something's going to happen. And if that's the case, we've got people that will help you, get that table up and going, and resolve that issue for us. So we've been around for a long time. We're going to continue to be around, hopefully for many more years. And even after I'm done with this business, Sideline's going to be around. So again, just thank you for this opportunity to come. You've been a wonderful spokesperson for us at all the shows I see you at. You'll stand in our booth and probably do a better sales pitch than I can, because it's coming from someone who's an AD and used the product, and other ADs and coaches seem to respect that more than, like you said, just hearing a sales pitch from somebody like myself.
Right. Well, again, thank you for those kind words. And that's just the nature of ADs, and it's funny. You're talking to an AD about the table or one of the video boards, and they're going, I don't know. And then another AD comes along and says, oh yeah, we use it. And the product hasn't changed one bit. It's still the same product. It's still the same price, but all of a sudden, oh, wow, okay. Well, because the AD is sharing, and that's what we try to do with our Tech Tuesday segments. And I just real quickly, you mentioned the durability, taking a ball off the front. We would have it set up like for that last period, which is usually middle school PE in our gym. And of course, on Friday, what are they doing? They're playing dodgeball, and the balls are banging off the front of it and everything. And, it's just not even making a dent. It's like they're throwing at Superman. And as far as the customer service, you're absolutely right. I think it was the second week we had it. We'd already had a couple of games, and it was great. But I'm just getting set up, and I go around front, and it's not working. I'm going, what's going on? And I call the number. I'm just thinking, nobody's going to pick this up. It's 10 minutes before game time. And I think it was Dung answers the phone. And, of course, I had forgot to plug in one thing, and it worked perfectly. But you're absolutely right about the customer service. Brandon, you had Sideline Interactive in your school at Cresswell. Share with our listeners how you use the program, and maybe anything that Jason and I haven't covered yet.
Well, I can concur on the durability side, because the way our stuff is set up, we've set it out longer periods of time and had PE classes and had volleyballs and basketballs ricochet off it, had people ricochet off it, and it just keeps going and has no issues with that. So the durability is great. For us, our typical use is, for our gym sports, volleyball, basketball, wrestling. When we purchased it, I think in 2020, same kind of thing. I got the late Craig Rothenberger was one of the first ones in the state of Oregon. Sideline came out to a couple of our conferences, and we're starting to kind of make a name. And I called Craig, and Craig's like, "We love it. We have it. Like it's done great." And so we got it, and did ad revenue. So I charged at Crestwell $250 for a business to be on the screen. It come loaded, with a laptop and a PowerPoint, with templates that you just plug and play and put a logo in, and it's super easy. And those ads just scroll through the game, so people can see who our local businesses are, who are supporting. We've done the starting lineups, we've done national anthem. There's a digital flag that you can Bluetooth into your sound system if you have Bluetooth, and play the national anthem through your laptop and the scorers table. We have a 12-foot scorers table at Crestwell. We've done senior night photos, scrolling through on senior nights. We've done, welcome back freshman orientation, stuff like that for, our gym assemblies and things like that. So it's, we were originally looking at getting a huge video board, and that was like, 40 grand. We can do a lot of similar stuff with the digital scores table. When we bought it, it was like 13. So it really cut the cost. And then, the revenue generation just, make on top of that, which is super easy.
Yeah, you talk about cost. The products, hey, they're not cheap. Cheap also denotes quality. These are definitely high quality products. But when we purchased ours, we already had an in-house sponsor. One of our parents actually owned two Chick-fil-A franchises in the town, and we just put the Chick-fil-A logo. It wasn't obtrusive at all. It's actually smaller than I thought we should have done it, right on the front of the edge of the scoreboard, and it was basically paid for. But we also did the scrolling ads, and people, after that first season, we had people calling us fighting over. They wanted to get their ad in there. It cleans up the gym. You don't have those sponsorship banners, hanging around. It was just very professional, and just the features. The digital flag is great, but I've said this many times. The basic package that you buy with the PowerPoint and the laptop and everything, there are so many like NBC, Fox, ESPN features in the platform that you'll never use them all. Okay. And you can kind of pick and choose what you want to use, starting lineups, etc. I'll tell this, and then I'm going to shut up, let Jason jump in again. One of the cool things that we ended up using our table for was our signing ceremonies. I would have parents email me photographs of their kid, little kid shots, junior volleyball or whatever, action photos from their high school days, pictures from their college visits, and all that good stuff. And I'd create a PowerPoint that would just roll and scroll throughout their signing ceremony. The parents, the kid, maybe a coach would sit behind the table with our backdrop and everything, look just like, a big press conference. And we probably got more comments, pats on the back from that than anything else that we ever did. There'd be moms up in the stands crying as that PowerPoint would scroll. And it was just so easy to do. And, now it's a no-brainer, but I always share it with anybody that I can that has one of the platforms. Jason, what else can you share with our listeners about, different products? I know the video boards are really going good for you now. New products coming out. What else can you share?
Yeah, well, you and Brandon have done a much better job than I can even do, talking about our products. And those signing days you talked about, you actually sent me some pictures, and we used those pictures in some of our marketing of your students, with their school and what school they were going to, and the parents and all standing behind the table, all smiles, and I hear that a lot from ADs about the nice things they've been able to do. Almost as many of those conversations about what they've been able to do for their student athletes more than the money and the revenue that they've made with these tables. They've enjoyed that because they've gotten so much feedback from the parents and everything. But yeah, as you mentioned, our video boards has kind of been probably the last 4 to 5 years. The video board market in the gym has really accelerated due to the fact because of the price of the LED modules have dropped so dramatically. Brandon was talking earlier about maybe back 2019, 2020, he was looking at a video board that was around 40,000 or so. Now with the price of LED dropping dramatically, you can have a really nice size board on the wall in the $20,000 to $25,000 range. So that's just because there's more LED in the market, and when you have more of a product in the market, that price is going to drop. So that's really where our growth has been over the last few years, is in that video board market. But you have to keep expanding. You have to keep offering things. So some of the new products we have at Sideline is we have a portable LED poster board. Jake, you saw that at the show in Florida this year that schools are really enjoying. It's about 7 feet tall and about 2 feet wide, but it's portable. You can move it around the gym. You can control it remotely. Schools are putting it out in front of their office. And they're highlighting upcoming events at the school, daily announcements, teacher of the week, student of the month kind of thing. They're putting it out in front of their cafeteria to show the menu for the day, the menu for the week, and then they're taking it down into the gym foyer at night and showing players pictures and the concession stands menu, things like that. So it's really been a good product that not only athletics can use, but the school as a whole can use as a portable messaging center. We also have boards now that you can take outside and connect them together. These portable boards, they can put them on the track at football fields as a message center. They can move them around to different sports, as well. So easy to put together. Again, wireless, so they can be controlled remotely. We have one of our new products is our digital podiums that you can put in a school, and you can run messaging in the podium while someone is speaking as well. So we're more than just video boards and score tables. As I said, you have to continue to put products out there on the market. Certainly, video boards at the football field, at baseball field, your outdoor sports. We have those. Marquee signs out in front of the school. Now, a lot of schools are moving towards those where they just used to have a static sign with the school name on it. Now they're putting an LED marquee out in front of the school for messaging, not only for parents, but for anyone who's driving by the school, is seeing upcoming events and all that's happening. So schools are finding ways to make revenue. A lot of schools are having budget cuts now. So they're trying to find more ways of bringing in additional revenue, not only to athletics, but the school as a whole. So we have products for all of that, not just athletics. We can help the school in so many other ways.
Boy, Brandon, I'm going to put you on the spot now. You're starting a brand new job there. You just heard about all these great new products. Which one are you going to order for North Bend High School?
I mean, we got a little bit of, some older video boards and things like that. So definitely looking at some of that stuff. And, our school is in town. So, some of the marquee boards and portable boards, I was the 7-foot one. I was like, oh, that could be kind of fun to have, out and about. So, definitely have to look at some new products.
Oh yeah. I love it. Again, got to be exciting coming into a brand new school. Let's go and wrap this thing up. Jason, if somebody wanted to find out more about the products that Sideline Interactive puts out or get in touch with you directly, what's the best way they can do that?
So they can go to our website at sidelineinteractive.com. It's going to have all of the information I shared with you on our score tables, our video boards, the poster boards I mentioned, podiums, all of our outdoor video boards. You can find all that information on our website, which gives you our contact information as well. But our main number is 832-786-0302. That's our main number. You can hit 1 for sales, and one of our sales reps, including myself, will answer any questions that you might have on any of our products, and we can we can answer those questions, get you an official quote, and kind of start that process to maybe get one of our products into your school.
Oh, and absolutely, listeners, reach out, find out what Sideline Interactive can do for you and your school. And Brandon, if one of our listeners wanted to connect with you, and listeners, you have a tremendous resource here in Brandon Standridge, longtime AD. He's already taken one school through the QPA program. And like I said, he's starting a new adventure at North Bend High School. Brandon, what's the best way our listeners can connect with you and add you to their network?
Just you shoot me an email, bstandridge, that's BSTANDRIDGE at nbend.k12.or.us. Or you can just Google Brandon Standridge North Bend High School.
And Brandon's information is also available on the NIAAA member portal for any NIAAA members. Jason, Brandon, thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day to share with our listeners. All the best with the coming school year, and we're definitely going to have to get both of you back on the podcast.
Thanks, Jake, again for everything that you've done for us. We really appreciate your support.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jake. Appreciate you.
Oh, appreciate you guys right back. For our listeners, we appreciate you. And just a reminder, we upload the Zoom recordings of all of our interviews to the Educational AD Podcast YouTube channel. We do Tech Tuesday just about every week and just about every day. We try to share stories and best practices from the world of athletics. So come back and join us again on the next episode of the Educational AD Podcast. Before we go, of course, we want to say thanks to all of our great sponsors. Thanks to Gipper. Thanks to Vital Signs Wall of Fame. Snap, Raise. We want to say thank you to Huddle and Athletic Surveys. Thanks to Hometown and Ohio University. We want to thank Home Campus. And yeah, we want to thank Sideline Interactive. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on the Educational AD Podcast.